Hey guys, welcome back to the Let's Play of Hearts of Iron 4 with Bolivia. Last episode we had made some gains, and then I am really bad at borders, and that's what you see happen here. They were able to sneak across the river and take a territory that I had left undefended while I had pushed up. And hopefully, maybe this episode, if we have some really good luck, we will be in a position to make Peru capitulate. Fingers crossed. It may not happen because this has been a pretty heavy stalemate on both sides, but you never know. You never know what's going to happen. So, as I spoke earlier, I'm not really sure that I'm ready to go full bore Air Force, but I will say this: I think I am ready to start picking up some of this with flamethrower. Wow, now that's cool. Okay, we're going to take desert and jungle clothing because we seem to be fighting in the desert quite a bit. And we'll kick it right back up. We've got a problem within our borders. And I don't think that that's the right move. I do think we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do long term with these guys. They are a problem. They need to be taken out. And realistically, we need to take these guys out. How many are engaged here? 3 divisions. Okay. This could present a very unique opportunity to cut them off, should we have the opportunity. Realistically, did they move more over? They did. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. I'm liking this bold strategy by the computer. I think we're going to engage there. I think we will send you to help. We will not send you to help. But what we will do, I think I will move you there. Yeah, that's just not working either. All 3 divisions are engaged though. That could present a good opportunity should that fall. As long as these guys don't get any ideas. Actually, I don't want you moving there. You just stay put. You're kind of the last line of defense. We got military occupation. Still working down our national focus tree to get to national colleges because we need another research slot. We needed something fierce. 42, come on. Czechoslovakia issued partial mobilization. Things are heating up in Europe, which is bound to happen. Come on. Come on, I need you to fall. I need you to hit about 25, and then I think I can capitalize on that. And I think they will. I think they will drain that down a bit. Which is okay. $39. Okay, what in the world? Maybe did they stop? 4 divisions. It should go down though. But it's not. Ooh. They disengaged. Still 4. Oh, they shifted. Alright, well I can go ahead and tell you what we're going to do here. You 5. Gonna be brave. You're going to punch a hole. Meanwhile, two of you are going to go this way. I say that. No, you're not. What am I talking about? Hello. Just want to make sure I hit the mic and was a little concerned that it did something to it. Hopefully it didn't. It looks like we're making pretty good progress on that one stack. It should give us, I think, the necessary troop movements to continue to press up. Yeah, we're going to definitely cut them off there, which is a good thing. Dealing with this is going to be a mess. I hope they're not. They don't look like they're moving, so I mean that really kind of benefits us, and that's just going to be a bear to take. But I think once we put 5 divisions in this mountain, I believe that's going to really position us to potentially go after Lima, Peru. And yes, we do not like communists. No, thank you. Say no to communists. And I think we're going to have to keep these guys engaged. We really need this 5 stack to move up into where they need to be. Yes, and that is just absolutely pure gold. That is everything that we want from that battle. Still an issue, but it's an issue that we know about. So from here, I think we're just going to have to wait and see what they do. I think this may have thrown the computer for a bit of a loop, which is okay. We're going to take 2 of these guys. See if we can get press there. Those are these 2 and press from the south. Minus this little blunder, I'm pretty happy with the overall, the way the line's formed. I think it's going to be beneficial for us. I think it definitely puts us in a good position. We've got another unit here that just spawned. That's good news. Welcome to the team. And production-wise, yes, we're sitting pretty there too. Okay, well, that is encouraging. Looks like they've moved a few more guys up, and I think that this is going to be our time to strike. I think we can successfully cut these guys off. I think we can basically do what we did to Paraguay. We can encircle them and create a massive amount of attrition, and then basically use these 2 guys, rout them, and then move the line up and continue to advance towards Lima. And I don't think these guys are going to be successful. So we're just going to tell them to chill out. But these guys will be. Unless the computer does that, which I have a feeling they would. So y'all need to go halt them. Tell them to stop. Tell them they cannot do that. I will not allow it. Their buddies over here need to have their supply lines cut, and yes, that's exactly what we're going to do. Okay, so they did get 1 troop in there. More power to them. They got 2 in there. Crafty. Perhaps now is not the time to engage. Perhaps now is the time to sit back and be happy with what we've done so far. Or, one thought. Yeah, I think that is the right thing to do. I think you let them wear themselves out, and you may put pressure on these guys. I do think you put pressure on these guys. if you can make it happen, I mean, once again, it's one of those things where at times it kind of feels like a crapshoot. When you micromanage like this, and I really think you have the best success when you micromanage your troops like this. I guess a better way to say it is you generate you max out your good outcomes that you want to see. But one of the things is you've got to be on top of it, because if you don't, then things can go awry. You can get to a point where you've got troops that are moving to locations that you don't want them to move. It's just not pretty. But I do think that if we are able to take care of that, I think that's what we want to see. I think if we can get these guys, their organization right now is at 26. Oh, 36. Oh, because they moved another guy in there. And now they have done what I wanted them to do. They have moved out, which means we can move in. I still think this was the right call. It clearly forced them to attempt to fall back. I think by doing that, I think now we can reset our lines and be happy with what we're going to look like. I really do. I think that's not a bad play, putting some pressure on them. I think what we're going to have to do, which is truth be told, which I think they've left this flank open. I think if we're smart about this, I think we can just move up. I do think we can make that happen. I don't see any troops here. I think that this may be a fatal mistake by the computer. And we can further jet up and take some territory. Now, we don't know what's guarding Lima. And I haven't really taken a look, and I mean, they're really not super close to capitulating. So this very well could be a war that runs on for some time. Could require us to take more extensive territories than I thought we were going to have to, but at least we can now get these guys to move in, reclaim what we lost, and hopefully then we can make a push on them. It would be really nice to take, to get this area. I think that it would benefit us greatly, and they're sending everything that they have with us, which means we should be able to then take these guys and fully perform pretty good counter there. They're marching. They should get there at some point, which is good. This is real good. And I think that if we were smart, we would say, hey, y'all need to help your friends. And it looks like we did take it. That is big. That is very big. We've now effectively drawn a relatively, well, I say it's big. We're winning, which is good news. I think we can clean this up. Let's see if we can, I don't know what, so 89. I don't know what the other one is. 90. I do think we will get into this area, and we'll get into it, and then be able to further support it. So 93, we just 94. Making pretty decent headway, and I think these guys, they're in a pretty, they're on the side of a mountain, so they're in a pretty defensible area. Now maybe the time to strike there. Now maybe the time to use them as well. That would leave that one flank open, which I think we can dedicate. Would it? No, it wouldn't. Okay, so that's the right move if we can make it happen. I'm not sure we can. This is going to be a very difficult battle. We may want to take all 4 of those. Tell them to go that way. Very tough. Very, very mountainous. But it may be turning in our favor. Maybe if we can rout those guys, I think we may have a fighting chance. Y'all moving yet? Not fast enough, I'll tell you that. That is my one fear, is that we are not going to get there quick enough. And These guys are on the move. Maybe, just maybe, with a good stroke of luck, we'll be able to get in there. But given the luck that I've had so far, I guarantee you these guys are going to get right at the very end, and Mr. Horseman is going to show up and create some issues. It looks like we may. I'm actually thinking that we're going to success. Oh, there he is. Go figure. I do think he will be easy to take care of. Oh, there are two of them now. Quite interesting. I do think we will, at least at a bare minimum, get this territory. We do need to get this one, though. And it may be something that I think this is doable as well. I think that we will further press upon them and make this happen, and then we can have a little showdown with these guys in the jungle, a little rumble in the jungle. Maybe not though. At the rate we're going, I'm not so sure. And just tough sledding all across the board. I probably need to check and see what my civilian factories are doing. We probably need to make a commitment to build roads and build more roads. God bless it all. That is just terrible. That is like the definition of abysmal. Could you please move faster? Oh. Yeah, I think we will successfully take some of this. I think that we will be able to do the right thing and further push them out, which should, that'll form up a good line, one that can combat those guys. Yeah, that's the right thing to do. Hopefully those gentlemen right there will not be reinforcing. I think that they're going to try to fall back. I'm not exactly in a position to cut them off, but I will be in a position to really engage those guys. We're so close. So close. Oh my goodness. 99. Come on. Okay, and we did it. We got there. That is superb news. Just superb. I think we want to push here. Oh, King Zog says, yes, Mussolini, I will be your friend. You can have all my bases. All my bases belong to you. I'd really like to take this territory and push that back and be able to have a 5 stack there. Looking at Lima, they'll get there soon, which is good news. Further reinforce, and I think we may just turn around and once we beat them back, press. I think that's the smart thing to do. I think that could yield some positive outcomes. That makes more sense because that will basically be shifting the line, and then I think we can take these guys and slowly move up. Peru's a big country. It really is compared to Bolivia, much larger. But it does look, I mean, we may, I I say that. I mean, we may just need to keep these guys back. That may be the smart thing to do. And just tell them, hey, y'all are in a pretty defendable position. So we have continuing to work towards that next research slot. We really need to get it. Really need to get it. And I think, did we route all these guys? What are y'all doing? Oh. It looks like they're retreating. Oh, it looks like we will move up. We will let them resupply. And then I think we can kind of use them as really the force that's going to move up and make quick work of the rest of the Peruvians. And it looks like they're definitely moving their forces into Lima, which will make for a good final battle showdown. I was optimistic that we may be able to get a piece out at the end of this episode where we cause them to capitulate. I'm not necessarily convinced that's going to happen this episode. I think the war against Peru is going to drag on a little longer than anticipated. There's a little bit of short sight on my end, but I do think that this now gives us the opportunity to advance here and further push up and make a run towards Lima. We now have wow. I like this. We are going to be sitting pretty. Good old Phalangist Bolivia. I think we're going to be sitting pretty. That worked out very nicely. We'll be able to form a nice little front on Lima, hopefully goad them into attacking us, and we may be able to take that. Now, we definitely need these guys to get their organization up. Oh, now that is a bold move. That is an interesting tactic. I think the right move here is to do this. I think supplement those two by doing this. I think that's probably the best move. If we can, like I said, I think if we can establish a front down here and right there and keep 10 men right here, I think that really, that puts us in the driver's seat. At least in my book, it's exactly what I would like to do. '82, come on. 2 divisions with really good organization. Ooh. Perhaps the right move is to let them come back to us. I do believe that's the right move. And it looks like we took some more military factories and used those to our advantage. We got a whopping 3. We'll assign 1 there. Actually, we need support. No war this year. No war for Europe this year. Let's rephrase that. There's definitely a war. It's just not in Europe. The war, my friends, is in South America. De La Vega. Old De La Vega. How are we doing here? We are repairing roads. Okay. Ugh, 3. Ugh. Yeah, once again, infrastructure. Good Lord. It's just hideous. Is that not working? Y'all stay in garbage. 1, 2, oh. Interesting. Okay. Well, can't say that I really foresaw that happening, but you know, okay. Is it the time to press forward? That's a good question. I think it is. And once again, they do that. Computer, you are killing me. Killing me, killing me, killing me. Can we have some success there? Perhaps we can. I was really kind of hoping to take Lima, or at least make a little more headway, although that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Actually, I think it may be worth our time to do this. I think it may be if they can shift all that to Lima, and I could cut them off. Ooh, I really think that would be advantageous. We may actually win that quickly. Will we? Eh. Oh no, sir. We're not going to do that. Do everything in my power to stop you. God, moving through the jungle, just ugh. Nasty business. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. We're so close. You can... Oh, so close. So close. How's the old Air Force doing? I bet every single one of these planes is going to show... Oh. I lost a few more planes. Oh, okay. We may have to accept the fact that we're not going to be able to take this right now. Now, we will take it at some point, but just not right now. But we may. I mean, you never know. Although I really do have yep, that's exactly what happened. Yep. Oh, good God. Well, ain't that just the greatest? That is just fantastic. But, there may be some hope there. We may just help them out just a tad bit. If you want to call that helping them out a tad bit, sure thing. I'm moving yet. Good Lord, I mean, I get it. You gotta go through some mountains and river and daggone jungle, but come on now. Interesting. That is quite interesting. We are fighting tooth and nail to hold that province, which is okay with me. That's what they do. Welcome to the team, buddy. Now you need to go join your friends right here. They're gonna need help. Oh, no. Getting closer there. One day. Ooh. Big time right there. That is big time. And I also think we need to pick up on Lima production. No, what am I talking about? We don't need to do that. It's 1939. We need to get this. That's just dumb, Drew. Dumb, dumb, dumb. And we definitely need to go for that. The old computing machine. It's a real fancy device, folks. It'll help you add, subtract, and multiply. Have you moved yet? Seriously? Get to marching. Go. Now. Even better. Ooh. Alright. I do think it would be worth my while to split you. Send you 3 right there. That one, oh, that is one province. Yes. Okay. Well, once again, we're encroaching on end of time, but I think we're going to let this run over a little bit. Just a little bit. I want to see how this works out. That army is a problem. They're a big problem. How long is that going to take you? Oh, that's not too bad. 2 days. Okay. And of course, now that's dumb by them. That is dumb by them. Perhaps we can have a little more fun. We maybe, that's a big stretch. We may be able to take that. Interesting. Are they going to try to run back? Nope, but they are going to try to thwart us there, which does work to our advantage. Where I guess, okay. Yeah, it is, yeah, we went up to get there, please. If I remember correctly, I want to say that that Peru, and I may not be right about this, but there's one South American country that had like a historical capital, and then they have an administrative capital, and I think it is Peru. And I think like Lima is their kind of administrative newer capital, but they do have one that has historically been was a what am I trying to say here? But really, you could technically argue that they may have had multiple capitals in their history. Like I said, I may remember that incorrectly. Oh, you're marching back. I don't think we're going to do that, buddy. I think I'm going to try to hold you up just a little bit. Please, 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 please. Y'all do something. Win a battle. You win a battle too. They just, well, they hurried their own little self up all the way. That's encouraging. Okay, both of these battles are going pretty well. I think that we will be able to take Lima by the end of this episode, one way or the other, even if it runs over. And hopefully we'll be able to break them here, which would be big, and we'll break them there and gain more territory. And I think that I'd really like to make a cut once we kind of have a better idea of how close to capitulation they are. I haven't looked at the screen in a while, so while we let these resolve, they've lost 209,000 people. We have lost 73. Bloody war on our end, but I mean, still very efficient. They're still losing. And a much greater, they're losing troops at a much higher level. I do not think we're going to be able to take Lima. Man, that's a buzzkill. But we can at least position ourselves, I think, to cut Lima off, which ultimately is what I wanted to do from the get-go. And they may be able to engage. Ooh, so close down here. So close. And we will get the mountains. We will cut them off. '94. So it looks like Lima is cut off from the north, and we're getting ready to cut them off from the south. And as soon as that's done, I'm going to pause it and we'll make a cut and pick up next episode, and we should be able to conquer Lima and really kind of see where we're at. So I'm going to pause it. In the meantime, we're going to go towards, once again, working down towards that extra research slot because we need it. But once again, if you like what you're seeing, if you enjoy watching some of these minor powers, my plan is to do many more series with many different nations. So like and subscribe, and we'll keep rolling out content for you. Y'all be good.